Welcome back to California Cooking. On today's menu, we've got the most amazing homemade Italian food, a rich and flavorful gumbo, my way, plus perfectly crispy golden churros. Our first stop is a cozy, intimate restaurant where every meal feels like a Sunday dinner at home. Da Barbara is warm, welcoming, and serves truly authentic Italian dishes.
Ciao, my name is Barbara Pollastrini and welcome to Da Barbara. Da Barbara is, first of all, is my dream come true, and the second of all is a little restaurant of nine tables, and is a fine dining, is like my house, so everybody comes here, they feel that they are home. And my passion came from, I grew up in Rome, and I cook basically every day with my mother. So she gave me this passion. After that, I went to the Cordon Bleu, the culinary school, because I wanted to be my job, and I studied. My dream when I came here was to be a food stylist for movies. I was able to do that. The point was that it was not my goal. My goal was having people eating my food and sitting like they were eating in my table. So after that, I opened a pop-up. I think it was the first pop-up restaurant in my apartment in Hollywood. But my ultimate goal was to open a restaurant, a small restaurant, exactly how it is the one that I opened. When you walk into the Barbara, first of all, I think is magical. It's like there are lights everywhere. I have two amazing girls working with me, and they are welcoming you. Sometimes I come and open the door, and you feel home. That's what I want. I want the people come here and feel at home, and that 99.9% is happen. My goal here is to enjoy good food, and I want people enjoy the food that I cook. When you go in a regular restaurant, you have 100 tables. You have like tons of people cooking different things, appetizer, first course, second course. So to be able to serve my food to the clientele, I have to have just 9 tables. This space was perfect because it wouldn't be crowded on the first floor, and we have two floors. So 4 tables upstairs, 5 tables downstairs. So it's amazing. And I have the kitchen in the back, which is like a kind of regular kitchen. Like it's nothing fancy, nothing, I cook with what I have right here, and it works perfectly. Right now, after 2 years, I think we build an amazing community, because right now, everybody that come to the door, from the door, became friends, because most of the time here is all about food and connection. We are lucky, so lucky, and I'm not the kind of person that watch too much TV because I don't have time. Most of the time we have celebrity and coming in, and my clientele said, "Do you know who is the guy?" I have no idea. So sometimes we have celebrity that I don't know who they are. We have Lawrence Fishburne. They came, of course, everybody knew him, and people went crazy because he's a legend. We have Steve Tyler, which is an amazing person, and is just, is magic. The food basically is I call my babies. So sometimes people ask me, what is your favorite? I said, like if you have kids, you don't have a favorite. So food change almost every day, not the whole menu. I have some staples. I have a lot of dishes that are dish of the day, because if I go to the farmers market and I found amazing eggplant, that's going to be the dish of the day. I just don't want to have the same menu every day, so it just depends on what I can find. My mama didn't like to cook, and so but she was an excellent cook, and she was cooking basically every day. We were going to the farmers market. That's where she teach me to choose the ingredients before choosing the menu. So that's something that I bring with me for forever, and that's exactly what is here. So the memory with her is cooking everything from scratch. My pasta is basically every day is made from scratch. We have a lot of tortelli, which I change almost every day, and we have tagliolini, which is long thin pasta, which we do with tomato sauce that is made with 5 to 8 kind of tomatoes, stuffed pasta, which is my, I think, best seller ever. What we have here are tortelli with pork and mortadella and Parmigiano Reggiano. This is a blend of flavor where, you know, I blend mortadella, pork tenderloin, and I make the pasta, I fill the pasta, and then I have Parmigiano Reggiano fondue on the bottom. So it's a perfect combination. So the filet is a filet mignon roll, which is a dish from Parma, and it's called Rosa di Parma. Basically, I butterfly the filet mignon and I stuffed it with the prosciutto di Parma and Parmigiano Reggiano. And then I cook with caramelized onions, Barolo sauce, thyme and sage and garlic. And this is unbelievable, and the meat comes from Ohio. This one is one of my favorite dishes because it's simple, but look very luxurious. It's like eggplant roll. Those are fried eggplant roll with the best mozzarella that you can have and a very good tomato sauce. And then you put in the oven and everything melts together. This is the recipe for the eggplant parmesan roll. We will make in two ways. One is fried, which is like the regular eggplant parmesan, and one is grilled if you think you want to be a little bit more healthy. So what you do for both, you take the eggplant, you put some mozzarella. I think you should put the best mozzarella, best ingredients that you can get, some basil in the middle. And then you take some of the tomato sauce. Even this one needs to be super good. And you start to put your roll. Basically what you need to do is thin slice the eggplant, keep the skin because otherwise it's going to break when you roll it. Lightly fry because when they are so thin, it's going to cook in few seconds. The important part is getting a good eggplant. Usually I do this dish only in the summer because they are the best in summer. Basically this is it. So now you put those in the oven until the mozzarella melt. And the second one, basically, I cook some tomato in the oven instead to do the tomato sauce. Basically, here there is just oil, thyme, and garlic. For this one, I'm going to use burrata cheese. This burrata comes from Italy, so it's very good. I put burrata instead of mozzarella. I roll them. This one, if you want, you don't have to cook it because this is perfect as it is because the burrata doesn't need to melt and you can eat this cold. You cut, as I said before, thin slice. If you want, you can put a little bit of oil on the grill. You just grill a few minutes until they are cooked and then they are done. Super mega easy. And basically that's the one that you can eat cold. So thank you so much for coming, and I'm going to wait for you to taste my food and become my friends and see you again.
Coming up, a wildly popular Mexico City churro spot has officially landed in LA. We're gonna take you there. Plus, I'm cooking up my version of a homemade gumbo. You know, I've always loved gumbo, but only recently tried making it myself. So here's my rendition of the Louisiana classic. I'm gonna try my hand at a little gumbo, but I know it's not authentic, so I don't want to get anyone upset with me. But the other night I made it just because I happened to have all these ingredients on hand, and I said, let me see if I can make a gumbo. I've got some of the traditional elements, but I'm sure it's not authentic. So I'm gonna say my gumbo-inspired stew that I'm gonna make today. So I've got some kielbasa, which I use beef. I've got some shrimp. Now this is debatable. I was reading about gumbo, whether tomato or not tomato in gumbo. I happen to put tomato in mine, and I was reading that Creole-style gumbo often includes tomato. So I'm gonna do more of a Creole style because I'm gonna add a little tomato. So the first thing, I've got the Holy Trinity, which is green bell pepper, celery, and onion. And that is going to be kind of what kicks off our gumbo, but obviously the roux, which is really important to a gumbo. So you've got I'm gonna do some flour and butter as my roux, and you just stir it and slowly get that going until you get that dark, rich color. But before we go with our roux, I'm gonna cut up my veggies. I also cut up some green onion, which I think would be nice to garnish on top too. I just happen to have them, and I'm also gonna use half of a white onion or yellow onion. Small dice. You don't want big chunks of the onion in there. You want little bite-sized pieces. Celery. I've got about 2 stalks, 2 to 3 would be good. And I made this the other day, and the kids loved it. Ari loved it. And so you know you kind of hit on something when the whole family likes it. Okay. I'm gonna cook this separately at first just to get it nice and crispy and brown, but I'm gonna cut our kielbasa. Tomatoes, I have a can of whole, I think a small can of chopped tomatoes would be good. I just happen to have a big can of whole tomatoes, so I'm gonna just take a few out and crush them. Now we're gonna make our roux, which is a very important part of gumbo. So a roux is butter and flour, or oil and flour. You just low and slow until that roux becomes nice and brown. I've always heard the color at least of peanut butter, if not darker. So I'm gonna melt, and the measurements for roux are 1 to 1. So the amount, I right here put a half a cup of butter. I'm gonna do half a cup of flour. So get some flour going on. Gonna sprinkle that in, and now we just kind of low and slow let this get nice and brown. I think we got to a good place. Some people might disagree and think it should be darker. I would say this is peanut butter colored. So now to our roux, I'm going to add in my veg. So I've got my onions, my peppers, my celery, and I'm gonna cook that down. And then to that, you wanna season as you go with your layers. So I'm gonna hit it with some salt, because we have not seasoned it yet. And we're gonna get that going. And this is where things start really smelling good. You just wanna sweat this down. It's not about browning it necessarily, it's just you wanna kind of soften these veggies. Okay, we've cooked down our veggies pretty good. At the end here, I'm gonna add in 3 cloves of garlic. So just cook that. I didn't wanna burn it, so that's why I added it towards the end here of this process. We're gonna add our chicken stock. I probably need more than one of these. Our tomatoes. Now you want that roux to like get in there and break down all that flour and butter, so this becomes kind of one saucy, soupy mixture. Bring it to a bubble, because that's when it thickens. Now our seasoning. So I've got some Old Bay. I'm gonna do like a fat teaspoon. Bay leaves. I've got 2 bay leaves. Some Worcestershire. And then this is where you want to taste it. You could say, you know what, it needs some salt. While we're getting that to a bubble, and it's gonna cook for at least 20-30 minutes. So we're gonna crisp up our sausage. So our gumbo has been bubbling away. I would give it at least 30 minutes. It thickens and the flavors kind of come together. Now I'm gonna do something crazy. Again, this is just, I've been inspired by gumbo. It's not a traditional gumbo. I'm adding some red kidney beans. That's what I did when I made this for the family last week. I just liked it. We are going to put our nicely crisped browned kielbasa in. So the shrimp cook quickly. You only need to put those in there for a few minutes. They're gonna turn pink and you'll know right away that they're done. So you wanna kind of be, good to go with the gumbo before you add the shrimp. I have peeled, deveined, frozen shrimp, and I've just let them sit out but you could put them in frozen, and if they're big, I would cut them into smaller bite-sized pieces, but these are kind of the perfect little size. And we are about to eat in a few minutes. Our gumbo-inspired stew is done. The shrimp cooked up really quickly and it thickened nicely. So I just like to get a shallow bowl and load that up. I've got some rice. So just to make it look nice, so I put some in like a little measuring cup. I kind of smush it down and I do this little number on top. I hit it with some scallions and then of course your Tabasco. And we've got a gumbo. Oh, this is exactly what you want on a chilly day. I'm gonna hit it up with even more hot sauce because I love Tabasco. I got a piece of the sausage, the shrimp, the rice. What's crazy is the depth of flavor you can get in a relatively short amount of time. The next step is to visit New Orleans and get the real thing. Coming up, the best churros made fresh daily. We're taking you to a delicious new spot that's coming up next. A beloved churro destination from Mexico City is now bringing its sweet magic to Los Angeles. Let's get a taste of El Moro.
Hi, my name is Alfredo Villalba. Welcome to El Moro. El Moro is a traditional company. The founder came from Spain to Mexico City about 90 years ago. And the Familia Iriarte started with this business in central Mexico City, historical. The company has been for over 90 years, for three generations. Success of the company is because they're using the traditional recipes since then. The original founder of this company came from Spain and then established in Mexico City in a little car on the Zócalo. After that, it getting popular and popular, so they find out that they need a place where to sell the churros. And then the family started the necessity to grow up, and they expanded to 18 locations. The third generation, Iriarte's family, and they also had the vision to came to the United States. So they find out that California was a great state to start in the United States. So this is our second location over here in Echo Park. We started 2.5 years in Costa Mesa. Okay, the reaction of our community in Echo Park has been incredible. There were a lot of expectation before we opened it, and there a lot of comments that people were asking when we opened. The day we opened it, when the lines are out of the door, out of the parking lot, so we feel like we're doing something great for the community. We feel real proud of that. Over here in California, we got the biggest population from Mexico and even from Latin America that we're expecting have something that is very traditional in Mexico. Now they finding the warmest from Mexico is over here in Echo Park in Costa Mesa. That's one of the things that we are very proud to bring that flavors from Mexico to the community. One thing about churros, we serve churros just fresh made. The churros fresh made, that has to be crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. So that makes the perfect churros. Even then when you dip your churros in your chocolate, it's even the perfect combination. So that's one of the reasons the churros are so popular. And once people have the first bite, they find out that the churros are perfectly made. Another thing about our churros, that our churros were made since 1935 with a simple recipe that was created for the Iriarte family. It's just the flour with water and a little touch of salt. So our churros are totally vegans. And also our chocolates that comes from the oldest hacienda from the whole continent in Latin America, that makes also one of the signatures of the flavors of our chocolates. Besides those churros and chocolates, we also serve a variety on our menu, like ice cream sandwiches. We also do the moritos, which is a mini bite churros, which is very popular for the families and for kids. Beside that, we also serve the café de olla. Café de olla is our signature coffee that we serve over here in El Moro. Especially at this store of Eco Park, we are serving tortas. Tortas like carne asada, al pastor tortas, which are also delicious Mexican sandwiches. We also got a variety of dipping sauces that goes perfectly with your churros. We got the hot dark chocolate, we got the condensed milk, the cajeta, which is my favorite, or dulce de leche. We got the Nutella, which is the chocolate, and the special one, which is the guayaba dipping sauce. Every time we have an event for the community or for a family party, we have a mobile car that we go with, and we fry the churros right in front of the family or the company. As good as the churros is our hot chocolate that comes from the oldest hacienda from the continent. The best way to have a churro and a hot cup of chocolate is grabbing your churro, dipping on the chocolate, and just bite it. Mmm, delicious. Thank you for visiting us at El Moro. Muchas gracias. Les agradecemos de corazón que nos elijan a nosotros.
For the recipes we featured in today's episode, you can follow us on Instagram at KTLA California Cooking. That does it for us. See you guys next time. What do you think of the gumbo?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10?
Yeah. What? It's good.
You give it a 1? What do you like about it?
I just like it.
Okay, good.